You are listening to The Art of Sales. Everyone sells every day, and this is your source for conversational, real-world sales and prospecting methods that you are comfortable using and that get results. You'll help people buy instead of pushing them into being sold. Here's your host, Art Sobczak.
So here's a question that I received. Art, I manage 3 guys that are on the phone every day and talking to the top executives in companies worldwide. I'm continuously working on my verbal communication as well as theirs. As you can imagine, we have to follow up with our contacts, and have found that it is common for these guys to say that they are calling back to touch base, or when is a good time for me to get back in contact to touch base and see how things have progressed. So what suggestions would you have to replace these words? I feel they may be losing their prospect's attention when the prospect realizes that they are just touching base. All right, well, here's my answer. They are not losing the prospect's attention because they probably never really had it. I always say the success of the follow-up call is in direct relation to the success of the previous call and what is going to happen next. And that involves getting a commitment that they, the prospect, will do something and you'll do something as a result of this call. Then you can follow up with something that is better, like this. Yeah, I'm calling to continue our conversation of last week where we had discussed, and you remind them here, and you were going to review the statistics I sent you. And I'd like to go through those with you, and I've got some additional information that I think you'll find useful. So on your follow-up calls, it's important to remember that your prospects are likely not doing pre-call planning like you are. So you can't assume they're in the same frame of mind as you are when you call. Actually, you should assume they might not even remember you. Then you'll make it a point to briefly review where you left the previous conversation. You can say things here like, the last time we spoke, you had shown interest in... Or, I'm calling to continue our conversation from last week where we had discussed, and you were going to... So, let's keep touching base on the baseball and softball fields and not in our sales calls. All right. Hey, you know what time it is.
Your attitude will be iron. Every way you'll never feel what they say. It's the art of the sales. Quote of the day.
That's right. It's time for the quote of the day. And, well, let's stay with the baseball theme. Today's quote is from the great Babe Ruth. And Babe said, never allow the fear of striking out to keep you from playing the game. And of course, you can apply that to making your calls, right? Speaking of striking out, the all-time strikeout leader was Reggie Jackson. Reggie struck out 2,597 times. But you know what else is interesting about Reggie? He's in the Baseball Hall of Fame. All right. So I've got a request for you. Hey, would you please share this show with a couple other colleagues who could benefit? Send them to our show site, theartofsales.com, theartofsales.com. And while you're there, also, why not subscribe to the show? You can do that on your phone, your favorite podcast app. All right. Hey, thank you for investing your valuable sales time with me. Until next time, go out and make it your best sales day ever. I'm Art Sobczak.